Well, hey everybody. How you doing? And I wanted to talk to you about men. So mainly, well, I'm talking to men too, but I want to talk to women about some of the things I've gone through. Woman to woman, let's talk. And men that are listening in, take something from it and try to treat women better than you do. I wanted to start talking about some of my past relationships. I've been married 4 times, and I'm still working with this one. We've been together now for 8 years, and the longest I've been married was 11. That was to my second husband. And I've had my ups and downs, I guess we all do in relationships, but I could write books on the men in my life. My first husband, for instance, I'm not going to bring up names because I have children. I have 2 with my first marriage and 1 with my second marriage. The second marriage, we're still friends, but he did something almost unforgivable, and I won't be talking about that. It's just too personal and too embarrassing, and for all who are involved, whether you have names or not. But the first one, you're going to talk about embarrassing. My kids would probably be really upset, but I'm not using their names or his name. But marriage number 1, wow, let me tell you. I married him out of high school. We went to a private school together, and we met there. Took me forever to catch him, and I always wanted him. It was love at first sight with me. And he's only 5'2", but he had red hair and freckles and everything I wasn't looking for. And I just, wow, I thought he was the cutest thing that I ever saw. So I chased after him for about 1.5 years, and I got him. Darn it. No, I'm kidding. I'm glad that we did get together because we have two kids I love and adore. It was a nightmare. Not just your average cheating, but do you know what an exhibitionist is? Yeah, he was one of those, a flasher. But I didn't know. He kept getting arrested, and he would tell me that that he got arrested for like a ticket or something he didn't pay, and I'd ask the police, and they'd say, "We can't tell you, ma'am. That he needs to tell me." And I'd go to court, and they'd use codes, so I never knew what he was arrested for. But when I was 8.5 months pregnant with our second child, he got arrested again. And he hadn't been gone for but a few minutes from my aunt's house, and I was at my aunt's, and I got a call, and it was the police, and they let me know that he was arrested. And I was asking again, why? Why is he getting, what? What did he do? And he said, "Ma'am, are you sitting down?" And I said, "I am." And he said, "Your husband's been arrested for indecent exposure." And I'm like, ew. I felt sick, because at one time, I noticed that he would wear, no underwear, and he would wear his pants really tight, almost like he was exposing himself with clothes on. You know what I mean? One time I said, "What are you, one of those guys that flash?" And he went berserk. We were in the car, and he started kicking the dash till it cracked. He just went crazy. I guess he was upset because I just hit the nail on the head, and I didn't know it yet. And at this point, we had no children. I wish I could have figured it out. But anyway, I flipped out. I was feeling sick, and I hung up, and I called my mother-in-law. And I told her, I said, "Russell's in jail for indecent exposure." Oops, I said Russell. Scratch that. Well, you don't know his last name. But anyways, I said, "He's in jail for indecent exposure." And she said, "Oh, is he still doing that again?" And I went, "What? You mean what? You mean you knew that he was doing this?" And she said, "Well, I took him to therapy and everything, and I thought that was all behind us now." And I said, "But you let me marry him when you knew this is something he did, because I probably wouldn't have done it if I would have known this." Well, not only did he do this and she knew about it, he used to come out excited, if you will, in front of her when he was a teenager, with no clothes on, and ask her if she wanted to, the F word. And I was just shocked. I feel like I don't know this person I'm married to. I'm like, with this stranger, I don't get it. And anyways, I I had told the cops, listen, I told the police officer, I said, just let him stay there till he rots. I'm not getting him out this time. I had gotten him out over and over and over again and believed all his stupid lies. And here I am, child number 2 on the way. And now I'm single. I kicked his butt out, and I'm going to have a baby, come home to an apartment with a toddler and a newborn by myself. Anyways, I went through a lot of rough times. He got out and we talked, and he told me I'm basically the same guy with a problem. You do know me. And I kept saying, I don't feel like I know who you are. You know, you're leading a whole nother life behind my back. And I also found out that his grandmother told me that one night he was spending the night and he's on the couch, and she went in to give him a kiss goodnight, and when she bent over to kiss him goodnight, he grabbed her by the butt and said, hey, come on in here after Grandpa's asleep. So I talked to him about all these things I had heard, and he talked to me about it, and he was being open about it. Ow! Sorry, my cat just scratched the crap out of me. Dang it. Bad jump. Love you, but my gosh, I'm bleeding here. Anyway, cut. Didn't get that off. But anyways, let me pet her. Maybe that's all she needs. Come here, precious. Anyway, so I brought up all this. I said, what if this baby's a girl? I said, you've hit on your grandmother and your mother. Why not your daughter? Well, I found out he said he didn't trust himself, if in case it was a girl. But by the way, it was a girl, and she was the first girl in 8 generations in the family. So we weren't really. I think he thought there weren't going to be any girls, but he said it was a possibility. But he had a thing for older women, like his mom's age or older. So that's who he liked to expose himself to. But anyways, long story short, we stayed together, tried to work things out. He did not go to therapy. I stayed with him till Chelsea. I gotta stop this name saying. Alright, well, you got the first name. Anyways, till she was 3. But I don't think he was ever gonna stop. I caught him a few times. He would carry these like shorts underneath the seat, and there's other dead giveaways. And believe it or not, he used to go to Winchell's Donut House, and he'd come back smelling like donuts, and I knew that he was probably exposing himself to the women at the donut house. And he did this pretty regularly. Before I ever knew it, he used to come back smelling like donuts. And I'd say, why do you smell like donuts? Well, anyways, after he got all truthful with me, he told me he used to always go to Winchell's. It was a pretty regular spot, and expose himself to the women at Winchell's that were making the donuts. Ha ha ha. And of course, he became the butt end of jokes in my family that he was the donut hole maker. I thought it was funny. Anyways, it's kind of funny now. I look back on it, but at the time, you guys, it was a nightmare, you know? It's been years. My kids are in their 30s. One's nearly 40. And they have now a relationship with their dad they never had before. And I'm really happy about that. And you know, that was all in the past. And I'm sure by now he grew out of it. I was told by somebody that they could grow out of it. And by now, surely he has. Seeing he's like, I guess he's 60 now. 59? No, he's 59. Anyway, that was husband number 1. But what I wanted to talk to y'all about, girls, when you're dating, look for those red flags. If they're pushing the sex on you, do they really care about you? Just things to think about. Watch what they say or talk about. Look for lies. I've never been with anybody who hasn't lied to me. I'm hoping that there are guys out there who don't lie. Even the man I'm with now lied to me. And but we've been working on it and being honest, and being a Christian, he should be honest. You shouldn't lie. I mean, that's one of the commandments. You know, don't bear false witness. Do not lie. So things are getting better between my husband and I, and they have been over the years. It was a rough few years in the beginning when I kind of figured him out. But things have gotten better, and I hope they continue to get better. I'm not getting any younger. That's my phone going off. Sorry. And what I was trying to tell you girls is look for those red flags, and if they're lying to you, get rid of them. I mean, there's got to be somebody out there who's not a liar or a pervert or a cheater. Just look for that diamond. Bad boys will make you unhappy, and I know from experience. Yes, my first one was a bad boy. My second one I didn't think was, but he was. And my third, ooh, that one we'll talk about, because I don't have kids with him, and I'll just talk about him. And that'll be another video. But you heard about husband number 1. I won't be sharing husband number 2, and that cat wasn't supposed to be getting on the table behind me. Shame on her. She knows better. She just jumped down. Boy, a lot of stuff's going on here I didn't mean to do. Using names I didn't mean to use. But anyway, y'all don't know them, and hopefully they won't watch this. But I just put warning out there, women, look for good guys. They're not boring. They'll put you on a pedestal. They'll treat you decent. Don't think you're going to get bored. You won't be bored. You'll have lots of drama if you do marry a bad boy. You want a bad boy, you'll get lots of drama. You know, lots of tears, fighting. It's not good, especially if you bring children into it and they have to listen to it. And so just look for somebody who treats you like a princess, like you deserve. And, you know, treat them like a prince. It goes both ways. Don't settle for just anything. And look for good guys. I believe in good guys now. I used to be one of those women, oh, I like the bad boys. But I've learned the hard way. They suck, ladies. They are horrible. Forget the bad boys. Anyways, just wanted to do a video on talking about men and women in relationships and warn the women out there, stay away from those bad boys. God bless you, ladies. Have a good day.